bring in Congressman Marsha Blackburn right now. Congresswoman, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. What's your take on this North Carolina police shooting and the protests?
I will say the Charlotte mayor and the governor deserve some credit for acting swiftly, getting the National Guard, and working to get the situation under control. And it is my understanding they're working through the investigation, and we'll wait to see what the police have to say. It's a heartbreaking situation, and of course, our hearts go out to those that have lost loved ones, to those that have been injured, and certainly are hopeful they're going to be able to get that under control today.
Yeah, I mean, it is a heartbreaking story.
Yes,
Mr. Scott's family says he was holding a book. The police say he was holding a gun, and that's why he was shot, because he wasn't stopping. Do you believe that the presidential nominees need to come out and say something here, providing real solutions to bring the police and the communities they serve together? This issue is getting worse.
It is, and I think the police deserve our respect in allowing them and the cities to do their investigation before there is a lot of conversation about this. Let them figure out exactly what happened, and then, you know, Maria, at some point we have to look at how the inner cities are going to be worked with to get back to some of the Jack Kemp type processes of dealing with empowerment zones and working with these cities to make certain that there are opportunities in those cities. And I also think about Rudy Giuliani and some of the things he did as mayor of New York and the broken windows theory and how they moved in and revitalized these communities, and the communities coming together to work together to make that work.
Yeah.
And I'm certain we're going to hear more from the mayor of Charlotte, the police chief, and also the governor today.
Go ahead, David.
Just really quickly, in terms of the two presidential candidates, it's worth noting that Donald Trump looked at the Tulsa shooting separately than the shooting in Charlotte. And I think that that's wise, that you have to look at, I mean, the violence and the underlying unrest are a bigger, more important, as important subject. But he's looking at both these shootings separately, because he made the comment about in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that man went to the car, hands up, put his hand on the car. To me, it looked like he did everything you're supposed to do. So he was very measured and careful. Hillary Clinton yesterday in Orlando, she lumps both these shootings together. And I think it's at least worth noting that the care that he is using in handling and discussing these two shootings.
It's important to see what where their tone is, right, Congresswoman, and how they approach this situation.
Yes, that is so true. And, you know, in these instances where you're looking at the public good, I think it is so imperative that we realize the agencies that are there, the officials that are there, let's show them the respect. And let's allow them to do their job before there's piling on or weighing in. Let's all give them that measure of respect that is going to be necessary to work with the community and work with all of the groups that are involved and be able to handle this. And here again, let's begin to address root causes rather than just addressing the symptoms. We're not going to get past this until we do.
Jonathan Bush was talking about that earlier as it relates to this and just the overall tenor of what we're seeing in the economy.